I believe that's my cue. Thank you very much, Amanda. I appreciate that. Okay. Anyways, sorry. Again, thank you very much for that. Thank you everybody for coming out today. My name is Lance Strahl. What I'm going to be presenting on today is a fairly controversial topic. Maybe that's why I'm leading off. I don't know. I'm going to be presenting on gun control. Effort to be full disclosure, all that. I am a firearms owner. I am a member of the NRA. But what I present today is more of a compromise. Both sides are at vastly different places, and there's no possible way to reach a middle ground where we are now. So I think it's very important that we work together and try and reach a solution that's going to be helpful for both groups, that both groups can stand behind, and that we can work together to create a safer future. Now, how that leads into this. So basically the solution I came up with today is more education-based. We're going to get to that in a moment. Basically 4 principles. So what I was hoping is that y'all would listen with an open mind and maybe take something away from it, take away that we can work together and that there is a better alternative to what we currently have. Let's start out with a little bit of background. There are currently 300 million firearms in the United States in private ownership. These are legally owned guns, does not include military or police weapons. And up until recently, the firearms industry has been expanding approximately 15% per year. That's 15% new sales every year. Now, the sad facts, there's approximately 500 to 1,000 accidental firearms deaths a year and thousands more injuries. There's also 11,000 firearms homicides committed in 2011. 2011 is the most up-to-date statistics we have. 2012 will be coming out soon. So where are we now, politically? The left, for the most part, would like to ban all firearms. Would like to see that most groups believe that they are generally bad and that the holders of them are bad. On the far right, we feel that believe you should carry whatever you want, AKs, bazookas, whatever floats your boat. So of course, these two things are very, very different, very far apart, and of course represents the extremes. But how do we reach a middle ground? How do we come together as a group that can be okay with a general principle, with something that we can all agree on that's going to be better for everyone? Now, as we know, a lot of things have been proposed in the last few weeks, few months. So what can we do? What can we come up with a new plan that's not for either side, that's for the best of everyone? So, the 4 steps. Stop talking about firearms bans. Educate people. Establish a nonpartisan set of facts that everyone can agree on, and shift the focus. Now, bans. As everyone knows, that's Charlton Heston. Bans don't work because you can never get a large enough group to pass them. Won't happen, won't do it, people won't do it. Now, they'll also never work, and they in fact drive gun sales. They're counterproductive, and it ends up, as I said before, the current industry rate is 15% a year. Thanks to the recent talk of bans, it's now 40% over the last 2 years. 40% new sales over the previous period. So what do we do about this? Well, if people are afraid of bans, people think they're going to happen, then they're going to buy more guns, which again is not what you're looking for. So we also need a nonpartisan set of facts. Again, I try to draw from the best sources for my facts. There's still going to be some bias there, unfortunately. Also, you've got 2 disparate groups, Brady Campaign on one end and NRA on the other, that both put out their own facts. Neither is completely accurate. So we need to establish a group that can monitor and distinguish how well gun programs are working and the actual effect. Shift the focus. Stop vilifying gun owners. Most gun owners are normal people who own guns for sporting purposes. They're not out to shoot people. They're not crazy. Also, most gun programs actually have some good merit to them, so we need to look at that. Education. Most people, even people buying firearms, don't know what they're getting themselves into. We need to fix this. This is the biggest part of the plan. How can we educate people? How can they understand what they're doing? So the 2 phases of education will revolve around the owners of firearms and schools. Owners is easy. Most people who own guns want to know more about them, so it should be easy to educate them. Schools, on the other hand, is a slightly more charged topic. Most people think that kids should be kept away from guns and that they generally are dangerous. So, gun owners. Gun owners, before they buy their guns, should be required to have some sort of training, pass some sort of course. In most cases, gun owners will take these sorts of courses. Most people want to know more about them. Most people want to shoot better. That's why they have them. So just mandate it. Make it easier for them to try this out, learn about guns before they buy them. Require that they pass some sort of course, like what's required for most advanced gun licenses, like a concealed carry, hunting permit, any instructor's license. Make them pass those courses before they get the guns. Most places have indoor ranges where they can test the guns and where they can take these courses for a nominal fee. It'd be very easy to set something like this up. Also, only required for the first time purchase. If someone's been shooting guns for 30 years, obviously they don't need a new course to tell them how to do it. So schools. The only education I got in school was something like this. If you see a gun, run away. Don't touch it. What's the first thing a kid does when you tell them don't do something? They're going to go grab it. They're going to go poke at it. So that really doesn't help. That makes the problem worse. Children don't respond to don't do it, they respond to education. If you train them about them, teach them about them, teach them to do it in a safe manner, teach them to understand what they're getting themselves into, teach them to understand about guns, they're less likely to pick them up, less likely to handle them, less likely to have accidental shootings. Prevent the media from doing the teaching. In more than one case, a suit a few years ago, one alleged that a child learned to shoot a gun from watching it on TV and accidentally killed his friend. So that's not good. If we teach children to use guns properly, they'll use them in the proper context. After school programs. They won't be out on the streets waving guns around. They'll be in a range with supervising adults doing the right thing. So what's the cost going to be? Convincing lawmakers that this is a good idea. Very difficult to do even in the best circumstances, even worse in this case. It will require more school funding, but who doesn't want more school funding? Come on. And there is some risk involved. There is risk that an accident could take place. However, that is highly mitigated by the training they're being given. That's the point. Now the benefits. It will hopefully reduce accidents. If more people understand how to use firearms, they understand how not to use them, they're not going to have accidental shootings. You'll also reduce crime. Kids won't be out on the streets, people won't be waving guns around, people won't be doing stupid stuff, and it will hopefully save lives. Thank you.